Hello everyone. Today we are going to read a chapter named The Sermon at Banaras. It's about Gautam Buddha. So what do you mean by sermon? Sermon is a religious or moral talk. So let's read the chapter and get the sermon. The Sermon at Banaras. Gautam Buddha began life as a prince named Siddhartha Gautam in the northern India. So when he was 12 years old, so he was sent away for schooling to the Hindu script, in the Hindu sacred scriptures, and 4 years later he returned back and he got married to a princess. They had a son. And he maintained that a royal life for 10 years, but after that he got frustrated, and by seeing the sufferings of the worldly people, and he saw the sick man, the aged man, and the funeral procession, means the related to death, and monk begging people, beggars begging for alms. So all these sights that moved him, that he once went out into the world to seek enlightenment concerning the sorrows he had witnessed. So he wandered for 7 years and finally sat down under a peepal tree to get enlightenment. So enlightened after 7 days, he renamed the tree Bodhi, Bodhi tree. That is, Bodhi tree means the tree of wisdom, and began to teach and to share his new understandings or new teachings. So from that day he came to known as the Buddha, means the awakened or the enlightened. So the Buddha preached his first sermon at the city of Banaras. This is important. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one inscrutable kind of sufferings. Inscrutable means something which cannot be understood. So here he has given a sermon to one lady named Kisa Gautami, that has been described here. So Kisa Gautami had only one son, and he died. Her son died. So she got so much. She got hopeless, and she asked everyone to give some medicine to cure his son. So he asked one person to give him some medicine, and he told that he cannot give, but he has known a person who can give him medicine to cure his child, and he told to go to Sakya Muni the Buddha. Then Kisa Gautami went to Sakya Muni the Buddha. Kisa Gautami repaired to the Buddha and cried, "Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my child." Then Buddha answered, "I want a handful of mustard seed." So in order to cure her child, the Buddha asked to give him a handful of mustard seed. And when the girl in the joy promised to procure it, then Buddha added, the mustard seed must be taken from a house where no one has lost a child, or no husband or parent or death. Means he had two conditions. One is that she has to give a mustard seed handful of a mustard seed, and second condition was that to bring that mustard seed from the home where nobody has seen a death of their family members. Then she went from house to house and asked for the mustard seed. So everybody gave her handful of mustard seed, but at the same time she also asked that whether did a son or daughter or father or mother die in your family. When she asked this question, then everyone answered that the living are few but the dead are many. Means that they have lost somebody in their family members, and there was no house, and she did not find a house where there was no house, but some beloved one had died in it. So she did not get success by bringing the handful of seed from the house who has not seen the death of their family members. Kisa Gautami became very, very hopeless and sat down at the wayside watching the lights of the city as they flickered up and were extinguished again. Then she understood that once we will get there's a flickering of light and extinguishing of light, means that is once a living being has taken birth, means she has to die one day. Then she understood that death is common to all. Then she surrendered herself and she went to the Buddha, and the Buddha said that life of mortals, I mean all living beings in this world, is trouble and brief and combined with pain. And for there is not any means by which those who have those that have been born can avoid dying. So nobody can avoid dying, as it is we all are subject to death. So of those who overcome by death depart from life, a father can save his son, nor kinsmen their relations. Mark, while relatives are looking on and lamenting deeply, one by one mortals are carried off like an ox that is led to the slaughter. So nobody can depart his members, his family members, anyone, neither a father can save his son even. So the world is afflicted. So finally the Buddha told to Krissa Gautami that the world is afflicted with death and decay. Therefore the wise do not grieve, knowing the terms of the world. So we all should know the terms of the world, that we have taken birth means one day we have to die. We all are subject to die. So not from weeping nor from grieving will anyone obtain peace. And by lamenting, by grieving, by all this taking pain, we cannot get the peace of mind. And on the contrary, this pain will the greater and the body will suffer. If we will not get the peace of mind, then our body will suffer. So he will make himself sick and pale, yet the dead are not saved by his lamentation. And we can, by lamenting, we cannot save if somebody is going to die or subject to die. So he who seeks peace should draw out the arrow of lamentation and complaint and grief. He who has drawn out the arrow and has become composed will obtain peace of mind. And he who has overcome all sorrow will become free from sorrow and will be blessed. So these lines are very important. So we need to overcome the situation, overcome the sorrow. And if we'll overcome the sorrow, then we'll be free from sorrow. And if we'll be free from sorrow, we'll get the peace of mind, and we will feel ourselves blessed. So this is a sermon that the Buddha wants to give to the society, that we should, how we are involved in we are too much involved in the sufferings of the worldly life, and we should not lament over somebody's death, because death is common to all, and we should accept this one. And we should not lament. By lamenting, we cannot get the person back. Rather, we'll lose the peace of mind, and which will lead to that suffering of the body even. So hope children, you all got a sermon through this chapter and enjoyed also. Thank you.